My name is Michelle Anschutz, and we're here in Grayling, Michigan. You're on what my husband and I call the Uncommon Ranch. We moved up here many years ago as a vacation home, but during COVID, we decided to make a commitment and move out of Chicago and come to the Michigan area to kind of build our next decade or so of our life. We're on 200 acres of land in the National Huron Forest, and the Uncommon Ranch came about as we were building our main home, which was a lodge that was built on timber frame home. And most people up here are building log homes, and so the word uncommon was used a lot because the home that we were building at the time was a bit different. The way that we wanted to live was very much sustainable. We wanted to build an environment and a community, a place where people could go and get organic vegetables. We then were inspired to take some of the land that we had, and we found out it was very useful for lavender. And so the Uncommon Ranch became not only an organic herb farm where we make and grow for the local restaurants, but also for the lavender farm. So a year ago, we decided to plant 2,500 lavender plants on our farm, and the Uncommon Ranch was born. We decided to build other homes other than our main home. We wanted to create a space that people could come and feel comfortable no matter the age. We were looking for floor plans that would be flexible, as well as allow us to bring the sustainability aspects to the homes that we were interested in doing. But when looking for a home, I had gone for many places online. I had looked at places in the West Coast, the East Coast, and I always had this affinity towards simple, clean design, Scandinavian-inspired homes as well. And I stumbled upon designer Frank. When we were looking for the first home, we stumbled upon the 3-bedroom modern barn-looking kind of style home. But we also had another property that we have at the ranch, which was a 500 square foot small little loft that has always been very popular and people enjoy it, but we wanted to make it a bit bigger. So in conversations with you, we said we were looking for another loft style, and you worked closely with us to design it. Between the homes, we have things like hammocks for people to enjoy. We have an area that's getting developed for bocce ball and some of the kind of shared sports. So we see this as a location for not only families, but also nearby we have a very amazing golf course called the Forest Dunes Golf Club. So we get quite a few golfers here as well. And so that seems to be of interest to them. And then we also have clients that come up here. And so they're always looking for something a bit uncommon. And especially in this area, you have a variety of different types of home, and this ends up being one of the higher end homes in the Roscommon area. People thought we were very brave to be trying to build homes during COVID, or just shortly thereafter. I think we started talking in 2021 in the late summer time period. It was quite challenging to build the home. We experienced it in our personal home that we had just built, whether there would be supplies that were unavailable, but most importantly, the labor, was very difficult. We had an idea of how we might get it accomplished, and we were a bit determined that we were going to find a way to build these homes. We hired our own small team. They worked directly for us. We were able to contract with some really good subcontractors, electricians, concrete folks, and we built our super bar, our super team, that was able to actually get 2 homes done in a matter of a year. And so it was a lot of hard work, a lot of determination, but we were able to find some really good people who, quite frankly, they were interested in building this type of home. You know, they were used to traditional log homes here, or river houses or lake houses, and this was something that was quite unique for most people, and they wanted to actually be part of the project. So that was exciting. Previous experiences, we had worked with a company called Insulspan, who does SIP homes, so structured insulated panel homes. They come with a pre-made kit of sorts, and then they had the ability to bring the labor to actually assemble it. So with coordination with Design with Frank, as well as our Pella window supplier, we were able to build the design that allowed us to bring in the kit and be able to put up 2 homes in 7 days. So we had to have the foundation in place. We had to have the trusses designed and ready to go. But they helped us, and the implementation team helped us put together the Insulspan SIPs as well as the trusses, and we were under roof in 7 days. We did source locally. All of the wood that you see in here is lumbered in the northern part of Michigan. The wood then is kiln dried and cut just down the street in Mayo at a place called Woodhaven. So we sourced locally as much as we possibly could. The finishings that we did here, we very much wanted a clean and modern look, even though we are in the middle of a rural, town. We wanted to feel a bit urban as well, so that people were coming from all over the world, they would feel local, but then also feel just an overall modern feeling when they're in here. The cost of it is really hard to kind of put some numbers down, but it's, because when you look at the finishings, you could go from one end of the spectrum to the other end of the spectrum. But we came in around $300 a square feet, without furniture, without landscaping, but getting to the point where we were able to come in and furnish them out. Look at the vision for the ranch. When we first developed the idea of the Uncommon Ranch, we were looking for a place for people to come and congregate and also get a sense and a feeling about Michigan, right? And we also know that the area is challenged with homes. There's not a lot of homes, and people are finding, difficulties finding homes. We wanted to solve for that. So we wanted to have a place where people could to enjoy the outdoors like we enjoy, to be able to enjoy the land, to be able to experience the area around here, but also be able to live in a home that was comfortable, modern, has all the amenities that you need.